Yo, dumbass, what are you doing? We gotta record a manga haul. Man, I can't even do it. We don't have any new manga. What do you mean we don't have manga, dude? We just ordered some. We have 3 months of back order. Have we not got it yet? I did, but UPS didn't even get here yet. Shit, man, what are we gonna... Oh my god. It's beautiful. And so now we're here, back with another manga haul. Anyway guys, what's up? My name's Bryce, aka DubsNotSubs, and in today's video we're going to be going over all the manga that I've gotten for the month of June. Now, 90% of this stuff I haven't even been able to read because I literally got it today that I'm filming this. I just got it and I didn't know what I was going to do because I was planning to record this video today. And it's kept getting delayed a couple days back, and I was a bit unsure if I was even going to be able to have this manga haul. But luckily it came in today. It came in clutch. UPS scared me, but it got here. So, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Okay, we're going to first start off with our Shonen Jump and our Shoujo Beat stuff. And I have one Shoujo Beat and some continuing series I have over here for Shonen Jump. So first off, we'll start off with Dr. Stone by Bochi, and I do not believe I remember who the writer is, and that is Riichi Inagaki. I do like this story. I really like how the characters are in this. The art is amazing. The whole concept of it is really cool. It's a great series in my opinion. I enjoy it overall. It doesn't blow me away or anything like that, but overall I really do enjoy this series. It's fun to read, fun to see what Senku is going on, especially with the war that's going on right now. I don't know if it's over. I can't remember because it's been so long since I've read the last chapters or last book of this, but overall it's pretty good. I love doing it, love reading it, love continuing this series. I'm in it probably until it goes over. It's still continuing, although a lot of other stuff in here, actually 2 of the series I have that are pulling up right now are actually over, and the next one is Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba by Koyoharu Gotoge. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but again, another fantastic series. I absolutely love the story for this. That's what keeps me involved in it. I believe this is a total of 21 volumes. Could be 24. I could be wrong on that. I'll probably put something up on the screen to correct myself. But this one is officially complete and ended. I heard the ending was pretty rushed, but from what I know, the actual creator of this, the mangaka, it had a health issue with one of her parents or something like that, and I believe they had to end it early, so I don't know if that's I think that's the reason why it ended up getting rushed, or maybe they were just done with the series. I don't know exactly the whole thing with it, but I love the series so far. I love the story that goes in it. A lot of people say it's really great, and I agree. I think the art struggles a little bit. I don't think that's what is the good part about this series. I believe the best part about this series is the story and the characters, but overall, it's a fantastic series. And anyway, next up, we have The Promised Neverland by Pokusa Dimizu and Kayu Shirai. Now, this is one of the best Shonen Jump series that are out right now, in my opinion. I believe is one of the most unique and interesting stories out there. The art is absolutely amazing. Emma and the whole story that they're involved in, and it seems like a new character is coming back. I'm not going to say who it is. Obviously, spoilers enough by the cover, but now that seeing that she's going to come back, I'm actually pretty interested. This has a total of 20 volumes, so there are only 5 left after this one, and sad to see it end, but I'm glad they're not dragging it on. Again, I heard this had kind of a meh ending. I hope it's not as bad as what people are saying. Hopefully it's just the hype was overdone, maybe, and it couldn't live up to it, so hopefully it still has a good ending within it. But I love this story so much. I think this is a fantastic Shonen Jump series, one of the best Shonen Jump series ever made. And anyway, next up, we have Not Your Idol. Now, the whole synopsis of this is what really pulled me in. Now, this is a story about an idol who got attacked by a fan, and for some reason, and after that day, she ends up just throwing away her idol and womanhood and starts dressing like a guy. That's her on the cover, and I believe someone in her class figures out who she is, and the story becomes from there. I don't really know how this whole series entails and what really goes on with it besides that, but I really like the concept of her throwing away her idolhood and also this attack that happened on her. It really interested me, and maybe it's going to take an interesting look into idol culture. It's so weird to me because I've always been into the idol culture, but always the darker side of it. It's a bit weird and sadistic, and I don't really understand why I'm into it that much, but I've always been interested into a story that's like Happy Sugar Life, but in idol culture. This has been an idea of mine that I've always wanted to make for a story, and I thought it would be actually really interesting for a story, but basically is where somebody in the idol community, this is not what this synopsis is about, I'm going a bit off a rabbit trail, but basically the story is of an idol who is an up-and-coming star, and there's someone who's obsessed with her, to the point that the guy will do anything for her to get her to the highest point of idoldom. So basically, he blackmails people behind the scenes, he pushes her agenda forward, all while stalking her and becoming really obsessed with her as he forcefully progresses her fame and her idol career forward, and just how she gets more popular with this dude in the background basically blackmailing and controlling everybody, and this really darker side and over-obsessive nature of idol people and people, how they kind of worship idols. I really always thought that was a very intriguing concept to me, and for some reason I really enjoy that. Also, I heard that I believe Perfect Blue is kind of like has a stalker with an idol person, maybe. I don't know. I've never actually seen it, but that's what I've heard about it, and I really need to check out Perfect Blue by Satoshi Kon, because that really is right up my alley, because it's a concept that I've always wanted to see for anime and manga, because it really intrigues me for some reason. I just really like that concept. If I could create the story myself, I would, and I kind of want to. I do really want to get into writing and try out new stuff, because it seems like it'd just be fun to try out, even if it doesn't even turn anything professional or anything like that. It always seems like it'd be fun just to write a story, even if it's just between like something I write and I don't really share it to anybody, and I just do it. Or maybe I just put it out there and let you guys see it, or whatever. You know, it'd just be fun to write and try it out. You know, it can't hurt to try. But let's get on to our next part of the manga haul. For our next section, we have the Press and Kodansha. Yeah, Press and Kodansha down here. There's some good ones in here. Not a lot for this. Actually, it's the same amount that I had for the Shonen Jump. But first up, we have Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Volume 3. I'm excited to continue this because everyone keeps on telling me it gets surprisingly dark. Also, I just noticed this in the back. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the back page, also the front page too, the cover is not as long as the pages. I just noticed that, and that's really going to bug me now that I noticed that. But this story is fantastic so far. I've heard it gets really dark, so I'm interested to see how dark it actually ends up getting. But so far, I really enjoy Hanako-kun and Nene and all the characters in there. I really like the art. I like the concept. Like I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of yokai stuff, but for some reason, I've been able to stay engaged with this. I think the characters are great. The way its pacing is, and the whole concept of him trying to control the 7 mysteries of the school is really cool. I like to see where it's going to go, and I really want to know what this darker concept that everybody keeps talking about is about, so I'm going to keep reading it, and hopefully we'll end up getting there. And next up, we have Bestia. Now, this is another one that had the synopsis interest me, and I believe it's also taken place in America, which is one of the reasons I wanted to check it out. But I'll read the synopsis just to kind of remind myself, because it's been so long. But Asuka Tsukasa has an irrational fear of animals, especially dogs, which makes him studying abroad in London. Okay, it's in London. That's why, and it's in England. City of dog lovers. A bit of a challenge for him. There, in his vanished mother's hometown, he hopes to find a clue to her whereabouts and to meet the mysterious smiling girl from his dream. But life only gets harder for his zoophobia when he's invited to a secret organization that seeks to coexist with fantastical beasts and protects the world from the ones that go out of control. At least he gets to meet the girl, though she turns out to be a giant snarling dog who wants nothing more than to tear him to shreds. So basically, this is a dog girl. You got the nice, what are they called? Kinonomi? Kinomi? Something like that. Basically, a girl with someone with like animal ears, and it doesn't look like she has any animal ears on the cover, but I'm interested in this story. I like the concept of it, like searching for your mother, and also the battle aspect of having to take down other animal creatures. I don't know. It interested me, and it was one of those series that just caught my attention, especially with the setting, and I just liked the cover for it. I thought the cover was pretty cool. I don't know why. Waifu got me, and I can't help but buy because I'm a very bad impulse buyer. I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out. I'll come back with a review probably once I read it. Maybe a review. I don't know. It's been a little while since it's been out, so I might just keep it myself, talk about it on Twitter. And if you guys want to see me on Twitter and see all the kind of stuff that I put on there, go check it out at DubsNotSubs. Link in the description, and the tag should be up on the screen. You only want to see the crazy shit I do, and also I put a lot of updates for my videos and stuff on there because I forget to put it on YouTube, or it's just a lot easier to put it out on Twitter. So if you want to follow my Twitter, there you go, just to get updates and stuff like that. But anyway, next up we have Rent-A-Girlfriend. Now, my God, do I have a lot to say about this series, and I'm gonna make a video about this because damn, I have some stuff to say about this, and I got a bone to pick with it. It is insane. I have so much stuff to I do not want to put it in this video because I want to make a video about it, saying all my full thoughts. So when that eventually comes out, hopefully I'll have a car up and remember that. But basically, I love this manga, but damn do I hate this manga at the same time. It infuriates me in so many ways, and I have to get into it. Kazuya is a sight to behold. That's all I'm going to say about it. And last up for the Kodansha stuff, we have Grand Blue Dreaming Volume 10. One of the best coming-of-age stories and comedies that have ever been created in manga. It is one of my favorite mangas of all time. It is in my top 5. I love this. Seeing Ori grow up and experience these new things is so related to me personally, especially with my college life that I'm going through right now and wanting to try out new things. I love it so much. This is such a fantastic series. It does so much right, from the art to the characters to the pacing to how the mood is set. Everything in this is perfect. I love the scuba diving. I love the ocean aspect and the setting that it's in. Iori and all the side characters in it. I don't remember all of them because, again, I haven't read any of these things for like 3 months because I just got everything back. And it's just such a great series. And if you've never read Grand Blue Dreaming, watch the anime to see if you are interested in it. But read the manga. It is such a fantastic series and great in every way. But without further ado, let's get on to our next section. For our next section, we have our Viz signatures. Now, for this, we have to start off with Lavius. Now, this is a series that I eventually was super into with Lavius, the actual one, not Lavius EST. Like, this one is the sequel series to Lavius. It switched magazines, and that's why I had to change names, and also did, like, a retelling of the beginning part to catch you up with it. But basically, this is a direct sequel. It's just basically the same story, but as Lavius EST. Now, I kind of fell off with this. I think the art is absolutely fantastic. I think it's one of the best arts that there is in anime and manga, but the thing is, the story is absolutely not up to par in the slightest. This is the last volume. This is my make or break. Either this series keeps me pulled in with Volume 4, or I'm not buying any more Lavius. This is my final volume to give it a chance. I gave it more than I wanted to, and more than I probably should have, just because I loved Lavius so much. So, this is my make or break, and if it fails, I will not buy anymore. That is my final say for that. I think it has fantastic art. Lavius was great. This isn't stacking up very well. Hopefully it gets back into it. I like it. It's just a really okay story. It's not really worth me to keep buying because there's so much better stuff out there. And next up, we have, for better stuff, No Guns Life. Now, this is a fantastic sci-fi series. It really didn't take a place of Dimension W like I wanted to, which is the other sci-fi series I was reading before it, but I absolutely love Yuji Iwahara and all the works he does, and he's the creator of Dimension W. So I kind of wanted this to take the place with it because Dimension W recently ended, and I recommend you guys all go read Dimension W, 16 volumes. Fantastic series, one of the best sci-fi series I've ever read for manga, and this series is a good series. It's better than Lavius, not as good as Dimension W. It is a solid 7. I would give it 7.5. It's a very good series. The art is fantastic. I love the mood and the setting that is in. The gunhead is actually a lot more interesting and dynamic, and so is one of the police officers, which I didn't find myself thing I was going to like so much, and also the engineer. Everybody in there is good. That's what I'm saying. They're all really good, but specifically the police officer really kind of blew me out of the water, and if you guys know what I'm talking about, if you read it, the girl, can't remember her name again, but she is fantastic. I love the kind of what she has intertwined with the actual gunhead that is in here. But anyway, next up, we have Beastars, Volume 6, a fantastic series. You guys probably know about Beastars. It's absolutely fantastic. I would recommend reading the manga over the anime because I hate CGI, and I can't recommend it because I wouldn't watch it personally, so I don't want to recommend something that I wouldn't even watch. Not to say that it is bad. I've never watched it. I've never given it the chance, but I can't recommend something I've never seen and also something I don't trust because damn do I hate CGI. But Beastars is an absolutely fantastic series. Legoshi is getting into kind of we just got past the climax of that last arc, so I think we're setting up for another segment of it. For this part, we have Haru doing a confession to one of the deer guy. God, it's been so long. I need to stop forgetting all these people, but basically, there's a confession in the last thing. Not what you think it is, but it's super interesting to see how this is actually going to end up turning out with her as the female wolf. And what is her name? Is it have on here? Because Juno. Okay, that's who it is. Juno. And she is a actually fantastic character too. There's so much that this animal, furry manga does right that you don't expect to do, that it does. I say this probably every time I talk about it, but that you don't expect how great it is. But the social commentary on it is absolutely fantastic. The characters are so dynamic and really interesting. All of them have their own quirks and relatability to them that you can see in either other people or yourself, depending on who the character is. And it's just such a fantastic series, and I recommend it to anybody who likes their slice of life and drama. This is more of a drama rather than a slice of life. But last up for the Viz signatures, we have Ray in the Grey World Volume 7. I adore this series. I really do like this series. I think the art that Aki Iri does is fantastic. She is, I believe it's a girl, but she's a fantastic mangaka. I love this story. I really do. It really was, oh sorry, I didn't mean to hit my mic. But It's such a fantastic story. I was really sad to see one of the characters in here kind of something happened to him, and I'm not going to say, but I do recommend the series if you like more whimsical, magical slice of life. This is a slice of life with she's a witch basically as a child, and I'm interested to see how this final value ends up and how they wrap up the entire story. I was really disappointed with Go With the Clouds North by Northwest. The whole mystery concept that was in there was really interesting, and I wish they would have focused on that, but it really just became a glorified tour of Iceland, and it wasn't that interesting, and the story was not good at all. It just kept hinting and hinting at this like mystery that was going on, and is what I was way more interested than the tour of Iceland. I don't mind you showing around Iceland and like showing off your art for it, but it just became the focus of the series, and it really drew away from what I thought it could do right. The characters in there were pretty cool, but overall, I prefer Rain in the Grey World. I think it's a better series, and excited to see it ending. I'm not excited to see it ending, but excited to finally read the final volume. But anyway, we're going to get onto our special stuff. The creme de la crop, the best of the best, in my opinion, or at least the most niche stuff that I'm really excited for this volume and for this manga haul. So let's get into it right now. First up, we have the Uchu Shelves. Goddamn never shuts up about it, but it is the Uchu Shelves recommendation on Ping Pong. Now, the only reason I picked this up is because Zach never shuts up about it, so I decided to give it a fair chance. This dude has praised it to no end. I was more interested in Sunny by Tayo Matsumoto because, I don't know, something about the concept of that really interested me. But I'll check this out first and see if I like it. And if I do, I will go check out Sunny after it. So, Zach, you got me to buy the first volume. I'll give you my opinions on it once I've read it. I have no idea how this is actually going to turn out. I'm hopeful for it because I spent way too much fucking money on it. So, next up, we have At Night, I Become a Monster. And the reason I wanted to check this out is because this is by the same author who did I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. And the synopsis goes that every night, Adachi transforms into a nightmarish creature. Every morning, he reverts to a human form. When he encounters his ostracized classmate, Yano Sasuke, in his monstrous state, the two develop a peculiar bond. But daylight brings its own form of terrors. Which is worse, the monster at night or the cruel realities of the classroom by day? A psychological high school fantasy novel from Yoru Sumio, sorry. But this is, I really like the concept of this. Basically, that's the creature he turns into, and that is the girl, and it seems like something about social outcast and bonding when you have nobody else, and just drinking alone, is it Billy Idol? Yeah, Billy Idol Piano Man. They're sharing a drink called loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. I like the concept of this. I really loved I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, so I want to check out the novel. So maybe there will be a movie of this at some point, but as of right now, it is only a 7 series release, and it is a novel. I'm excited to check it out. I loved I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, so I'm hopeful for this one. I want to finish Torture Princess first, which is a fantastic light novel. Honestly, I'm going to make a video on that one too, and I got the perfect clickbait title for it at the same time. But anyway, for our last thing in this entire manga haul, we have My Dress Up Darling! Now, this is a cosplay manga where this girl right here is a gal, and she secretly is into cosplaying, and the guy in the back here is into making traditional dolls, and when she finds out about this, instead of making fun of them like most people did, she just accepted and thought it was really cool that he was following her and doing what he wanted to do and was pretty good at it. And she asked him for help on doing cosplays, and from what I know, this gets really intricate and detailed into the cosplay scene, and that's something that really interested me actually for this whole cosplay stuff. I wanted to see the more ins and outs of it, and it seems that it's actually pretty intricate about how you come up with designs, the right clothing material, and all this kind of stuff for designing the actual clothes and becoming a character for cosplay, and it really interested me. But overall, that is all the stuff I've gotten for the month of May. I'm excited to finally get back to reading manga in physical because it's been a while. I've been reading Torture Princess, like I said, but that's really been the only thing I've read in physical for the most part. I have this whole huge to be read, but for the most part, I don't really even, like, I don't know. Something about it is just like, I impulse bought a lot of it, but when I look at it now, I'm just like, do I really want to do it? Because there's so many series I'm already reading. I want to finish those before I go to the next ones, because all the ones in there, for the most part, are all still coming out. I think I have one series in there, and that's Imperfect Girl. That is, like, still, that's the only one that's finished. And all the other ones are ongoing, so I don't want to jump into another series when, as you can see, I already have all these other series that are coming out. So I want to just finish my series, and as I finish those up, start new ones as I go, because I don't want to get any more overwhelmed than I already am. I love manga, I love reading it, I'm finally excited to get back, like I said. But anyway, guys, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel that I deserved it. And as always, I will see you in another video.
Stay up late on the weekdays. I never tell when we say